Hello, good morning. I'm Alexander of InvestGlass, and it's a pleasure to have you today for a webinar that will help you if you're chasing investors throughout the world. Welcome to this webinar. Today it's March the 10th, and it's a pleasure to show you our latest features to capture prospects and investors. So during this presentation, we will show you our latest tricks to attract new investors. The first part of this presentation will be a little bit more theoretical, and then we'll show you inside InvestGlass how to leverage those tools. So stay tuned, because the presentation that will last around 30-40 minutes will be split into two, and we'll go into details how to use the sign-up forms, how to use the survey forms, how to use the new email feature, the digital signature, and also how to brand your portal. Obviously, if you have more questions, please ask into this chat. I'm happy to answer your questions at the end. But if you have questions after this presentation, you can send us an email at contact@investglass.com. Go on help@investglass.com, and obviously follow our next webinars, which we are scheduling now on a weekly basis. So each week you will have a webinar on marketing, a webinar for bankers or asset managers or private equity or fund sales. So just stay tuned on that. So what is InvestGlass? InvestGlass is a cloud-based solution which offers all the tools you need when you are in the financial businesses, from private equity to family office, retail banks and private banks, but we also have clients with cryptocurrencies businesses. And all those features are, as you know, connectable with InvestGlass, and at any time you can also connect your existing tools. So we have clients with existing CRMs or existing PMS, and you can keep your legacy tools and connect them with InvestGlass to offer the best experience to your clients. The idea of InvestGlass is to acquire clients in a better and new way, and making sure that we're going to engage with each of them with an individual message. By individualizing those messages, this will increase the retain ratio, and obviously help you to grow your client base and ultimately your performance and your return on investments and assets. Now, InvestGlass is very much of a central pillar that will help you to connect all the different tools. As I see here today, most of you already use InvestGlass, and you know that we can very easily add some features into the platform. And those features can then be used to communicate with different channels of distribution. So today we're going to show you emails and the platform itself, the client onboarding tool and the client portal tools. But obviously there are many other ways to connect through InvestGlass into different means of connections. So for example, Twitter, you can use Facebook, LinkedIn, and connect them to InvestGlass, but also Signal, Telegram, WhatsApp, and SMS that you can connect with InvestGlass. There are three ways to contact your investors or your customers. The first way is the brick and mortar. So you have someone sitting into your office, but obviously this is becoming more and more complex. Hybrid, which means that some of the information has been collected by yourself, your sales team, and other has been collected through the help of your customers. I see some of you here are already using, for example, the tools to update the client preferences with the tags, and I'll show you how they've been doing this. And then you have the do-it-yourself, which is your customers filling in all the informations and engaging by themselves with different types of scenarios. So it's very much of a self-directed type of approach. 50% of the journeys usually are broken because they are too long. We suggest you, when you engage with your prospects or investors, to make sure that all interactions are less than 20 minutes, obviously, but ideally around 5 to 10 minutes. And you have to keep it very simple, very stupid. Don't ask too complex questions. Don't ask questions that are too personal, or if you want to do so, make sure that the channel you're going to use is the right channel. Into the forms, And this is one of the few last slides we're going to look into. The forms are widely used now with InvestGlass users, and I see today we are 50 following this presentation. You know that I see here you have different ways of using those forms. Some of you are using the form for email capture, and I'll show you how to do that on your website. Others are using the forms for more complex point calculation, so client risk classification, investment profiling, knowledge tests. This is the yellow category. And others also are using InvestGlass forms for digital signature or live checks on the names. And this is a bit more complex, obviously, because you're going to connect InvestGlass to a third-party solution for name check. So we can, for example, talk about Onfido, CDDS, LexisNexis, WorldCheck, those type of applications. Now, when you start collecting the information and when you start building this process with your client, I suggest you at least to have in mind an idea of the journey you wish to offer to your prospects and your clients, from the welcome letter to the repetitive connection with those clients. You should have an idea more or less of the speed and the frequency that you want to use. And obviously, I will share with you this PDF later on, so you can also use it for yourself. And it is very important that you keep readjusting your classification, your segmentation of clients. Most of you are using tags. Tags is a perfect way to do it, but I'll show you also that now with the GDPR, RGPD in France, the new regulation on transparency of contacting the clients, are they opt-in, opt-out for connection and contacts on emails. This type of codification also has to be updated into your CRM, and I'll show you how to do that. So now let's dive into InvestGlass. So let me close this page. All right. So first, we're going to look into the customization, and then we're going to look into the different tools. So when you go to My Account Company and you scroll down to the settings, you will find all the mandatory settings that I will suggest you to put when you start InvestGlass first. So first, you can use your own colors. Here on purpose, we're using purple, but you will have red, blue, green, yellow, orange, and you will load also here all your logos. So the favicon is the little logo that we see here. The logo that we see here is the logo that you have on your website and your client portal. The email logo that you find here is the logo that is going to be used into your emails sent from InvestGlass. Now, we also strongly suggest you to update your disclaimers and the company global email disclaimer before you use the features we're going to show you. Once you've done that, simply click on Save, and then you can set up your communication tool. So the communication tool is here, also in My Account Company, and you'll find two pages. The first page is InvestGlass communication setup, where you put your own SMTP server. So usually you're using Outlook, perhaps Gmail, or GoDaddy, or this type of Infomaniac type of server. It is important that you look for your SMTP server. Here, for example, you see I'm using GoDaddy, but here it will be your Gmail server or your Outlook server credentials you put here. Set up the port and use here the username and the email that are used for sending the message. We also strongly suggest you from email, if you don't want to be bothered, to add a no reply at yourcompany.com to make sure that all the emails that have been sent won't be answered if you don't want them to be answered, right? The second step is to look also into the email templates. So those are the email templates you're going to use throughout InvestGlass. As you see, I have templates that can be used for mass mailing, and I'll show you how to set up those emails later on. but you will find also here all the templates used for a client portal. The templates can be freely changed. Just click on edit, and here you will find the possibility to add new fields and create some, I would say, custom emails sent to your prospects if you're opening the portal for them, clients if you want to exchange emails with them and offer them the portal directly too. So the first topic we're going to talk about is forms. So when you go to My Account and Company, you have the possibility to create forms. Just click on New Onboarding Forms, and this will open a page. And we're going to focus today first on the sign up page. So all the sign up page look more or less the same. I'll show you how to create one, and I'll show you how to put this into your WordPress. And here we have InvestGlass WordPress. So we'll look into this later on. So first, create a form. Select as a form type, I suggest you to create contact. It is possible to create forms also that will create relations on accounts, but I think it's easier for you, partly if you want to host, like we do here, a sign-up form on your website, to go for the contact. So then all those informations are not relevant. I will go directly into those options here. As you find here, we have an option which is Client Portal Creation Access Yes. This will be very helpful if you're using those onboarding forms to give an access to your portal. Some of you here are building private equity platforms, VC platforms, real estate platforms. So you want to have this option set up to yes, to automatically generate a login and a password and have your clients go and be invited to go to your client portal. Then you will create a page by clicking on Add Page and simply add into those pages questions. The questions are a different nature. I'll invite you to have a look into details, but the big advantage of using InvestGlass, as you know, is that InvestGlass fields are directly connected to the fields inside the CRM. Again, if you're using another CRM than InvestGlass, you can also use InvestGlass onboarding forms, like sign-up forms, and send all the information to your existing tool. It's easier when you use the onboarding forms of InvestGlass and the CRM on InvestGlass. Once you've been doing this, I strongly suggest you also to add the information about the GDPR elements. For that, I suggest you to create into InvestGlass a new category if you don't already have it. Let me show you now. So My Account Company. Here I go to tags. And I created a tag category, which is the GDPR RGPD category. Into this category, I'm going to specify all the different types of tags I want based on different types of communication I will offer to my clients. So here I have created a GDPR category. Here, GDPR LDAP. LDAP is for Switzerland. Okay, so simply click here, put GDPR and put the name, select a color, and then click on new tag category, and then go back to tag. And here, for example, add email, add phone, add different types of hyper categorized communication. For me, I decided for this demo to create customized online advertising, email, direct email, and email, right? So those elements should be used, we believe, when you're creating a form, such as the form that you see here. So here, for example, I'm asking questions. Some of them are mandatory. It's the option I selected. So how do I then use this form and put it on my website? So that's quite easy. Just go back to the form main page. And on the form main page, you will select this, okay, sign up. Here, public share, and I will generate a public link. So usually the public link is always on the top. I click on share, And here I just copy the piece of code. Now back into my my WordPress. Here we are using Divi, which is a very fancy, a very nice tool. Let me show you how I will include this code. Simply copy the code here. Okay. Is this going to work? No, it's not going to work. Why is it not going to work? Because I haven't specified that this form should be available only for people going into InvestGlass, which is my demo website. So you might tell me, hey, this is one more detail, but it's very important. Otherwise, someone can use your form and use this form to capture information. So where can this be embedded? Here, I'm going to add this information, and redirect on completion. Here, I'm going to say I want to have it on investglass.com. But obviously, it could be on your own client portal, or it can be on any customized URL, right? And click save. So now it's going to work. Let me just save that and refresh this page. Okay. And now I'm going to find the form. So each time someone is filling in the form, voila, this is the form. So each one someone is filling in the form, all those answers will be stored directly into your CRM. So obviously, if you ticked in create a contact report, then you'll see them in contact reports. If you ticked in create a client portal, then automatically it will create a client portal. And if you want to see all those answers, just simply here, click on the three dots and click on submitted answers, and you'll find all the answers. So the forms are obviously sometimes not that easy as this one, because this is a very basic form usually used for your website, but it can be used also for different purposes. For here, asking for a mortgage, un prêt hypothécaire. I can also use it for onboarding clients for libre passage strategy. So this is like your, I would say, your wrappers in the UK, or les produits d'assurance vie, enveloppe d'assurance vie in France. Okay, and in all those forms, obviously, I can also invite my users to upload a file, and even better, to have a signature attached to this PDF that will be generated. So we already recorded many webinars around those topics. We'll come back with a specialized webinar, and if you have any questions about complex onboarding forms, or even forms that are pinging into other databases, let us know. We'll teach you how to do that. So those elements are the forms that are slightly more sophisticated. Another way to contact your clients is not using the forms, but is sending emails. So as you know, with InvestGlass, you can send emails directly by clicking on the email feature here. InvestGlass for now has only emails going out, and we'll add on this quarter emails coming in. So you'll be able to synchronize all your emails and prompt back and recode back into InvestGlass month of years of emails to facilitate the communication with those clients. Now, the very cool new features we have, it's inside the contact page. This contact page, it's a page you can add into the navigation menu, go to My Account Company, and then into the portal apps, where you're going to add this into the navigation menu if you don't have it. Then into this client page, you can see all your clients, look into more clients, load more clients if you want. But most importantly, you can here now send an email. So this feature is very nice, because I can, by using this feature, say I want to filter only the clients that are, let's say, opt-in for emails. Again, because we're looking into the issues of GDPR. And here I want to look into the clients that will be into green investing. Okay, so I will have those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clients that I can select, and then here simply send an email. So this new feature is very powerful, will help you to create your own campaigns and replace existing tools that you might have, which are going to send message emails. So all the client identifiable information, what we call the CIDs, outside Switzerland. Again, this tool is hosted in Geneva and Lausanne in Vaud. So no information is leaving out from Switzerland before you send this email. And obviously, if you're using a server for your emails in Switzerland, then it means that everything stays in Switzerland. For you watching InvestGlass, I see today in the UK or Singapore or I think also you have Luxembourg. It is also possible to have InvestGlass hosted in your countries or even on your computers, on your servers, which means that no CIDs will leave out from your platform. But why are we using this type of tool? The reason why we're using this type of tool is obviously because you're going to save a lot of time building what we call hyper-targeted emails. Hyper-targeted means that first you will be able to use dynamic variables to make your emails, your communication extremely, I would say, individualized. So it will increase the attention of your readers, because instead of saying like, good morning, hey, this is our latest net asset values, and we suggest you to go for that and that in funds, and all those are the funds that we have. And usually those emails go to delete unless those investors already invested and they are looking to watch the NAV of the fund, right? The same if you're doing some large campaigns that are not targeted, it's not good. Here, we selected green investing, right? So we want to send a message about green investing. Okay, so you see here, I created a message. What is it? And then I'm going to save it. And here I have dear first name. So this first name is coming from a dynamic variable that I can add. And what is very nice is I can add basically any type of variables, any variable that are into your CRM. Even here you see I have fields in Chinese, so I could put the Chinese name or Chinese information or information in whatever language and add it into the communication. What is interesting here into the system too is that the system will help you to add a document. So I can very simply here add a document, attach a document, but I can also link this form with another type of form. So for example, a prospective questionnaire. A prospective questionnaire, let me show you one here that we created. Okay, so this is a prospective questionnaire because we want to update, for example, the client's preferences. So we need to update the tags, and like this, it will facilitate later on the sales process, which means like I have someone I want to target. Here, this is the CRM page. In one click, I can see which product are interested based on the tags. So if I want to update all those tags, the best way to do it, and I have too many clients, is to create a questionnaire with the tag component inside and let my investors update by themselves their tags. Now let's go back to the contact page. It means that I would say, okay, I want to add the prospective questionnaire and link it. And simply here, what will happen is that there will be a linked name with the actual questionnaire that will be individualized for each 3 investors I have here with qualified emails. So each investor is going to receive a unique questionnaire linked to their unique CRM. So when they update those information, automatically the CRM information is going to be updated too. Now, if I want to have a look at how this will look like, I can simply click here. So let me check if I'm lucky. So here you find dear first name, right? You have the content, you have please contact us, you have everything, right? Something I might suggest you to add is also an application like Calendly. As you might know, Calendly, it's an app to facilitate the scheduling of meetings. Simply, if you're using calendly.com, copy this link here, go back to your form, and highlight contact us, please. Click here, paste the link. Okay. So now, basically, I have this updated version. And when I'm ready, I click send. I click send. So this is going to blast the messages. You're going to receive at the end of this campaign a message telling you how many emails went through successfully and how many emails failed. This will help you very much to pleasure to have noise above me, but this will help you then to know how many people open it, how many people clicked on it, and this will make your marketing campaign a success. Sorry for that noise. Hopefully it won't last too long. The last way to capture new contacts and new leads with the system is to use the client portal. For the client portal, you have the possibility to reset the password here if you already have created one, or if you click on edit settings, you will find all the users' information. There are different ways to create a client portal. The client portal can be set by email system or with a username. The email system is usually used when you're comfortable in having your clients going directly into your portal without you being an intermediary. Whereas the username is going to be used when you are actually using a fake name, or you want to create a new type of name, or you want to be the intermediary and send the credentials to your clients. Once you've been doing this, you're going to receive usually 2 emails. The first email is going to be an email that would look like this, obviously, if you selected the system of username. So let me connect to the portal. So for some of you, you currently have not hidden your InvestGlass wording, but it's possible to hide this by using what we call a reverse proxy. If you have questions about reverse proxies, let us know. We'll help you to do so, to set them up. Here, name, and then I'm going to add here a randomized password. And now the contact is going to access to the portal. What I want to show you here is one important thing is that you will find again all those different onboarding forms that can be used to update the information. As you find here, you will find the information about a user with the information prompted from his CRM, right? So this is directly information coming from the CRM that a user can update. So those are the big ways to contact your clients and your prospects. What we have seen is first the possibility to sign up and build sign-up forms. Second, send emails and send Epertargeted emails. We looked at the signature system and we looked at the client portal. There might be other ways that you would be interested to leverage with InvestGlass. We are very creative, as you know, so please let us know if you have any suggestions or questions on how to use those systems. And now the floor is yours. So if you have any questions, it's the right time to ask. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So for the first question, you ask is how many emails I can send. So you can send as many emails as you want from InvestGlass, but it's important to see what is the limits of your SMTP, your email server. If you're using Gmail, usually it's 100. If you're using GoDaddy, it's 250 per day. So those are what we call relays. And if you're looking to use InvestGlass for sending thousands of emails, my first suggestion is make sure you're GDPR compliant and you ask for the consent of your prospects before you send an email. And then use those relays. If you're looking to large scale of emails recipients, we suggest you to use SendGrid. It's a fantastic tool, but obviously if you're looking for local Swiss tool, then you have Swisscom, you have Infomaniac. You just have to buy more relays. Can we send SMS? So yes, we can send SMS. It was not the purpose of this presentation today, but you can use the same type of features to send SMS directly to each individual clients. This is very helpful if you want to do KYC remediations, for example, or if you want to notify a client that there's a document to read on the client portal. Okay, so thank you very much for your questions. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. We will have a private equity and a private bank presentation in the coming weeks. We are going also to present other fintech providers in the coming month. So stay tuned. I hope you all get them and that you're going to use InvestGlass to be number one in the digital solutions. Have a lovely day and speak to you soon.